Have you been struggling with your body image for your entire life? Here are 5 proven ways to overcome that and support you to finally feel worthy and confident. Are these struggles with your body image keeping you completely imprisoned in your life? You're saying no to vacations and opportunities and feel like you're not living your life to the fullest? You're absolutely in the right place. By the end of this video, you will learn 5 proven ways to overcome these lifelong body image struggles so you can finally start living the life you deserve. I've helped women worldwide to break free of lifelong body image and food struggles and finally step into brazen confidence. Recently, one of my clients, Onami, shared, before meeting Giulia, I honestly thought that I would never overcome these struggles with my body and food. Now, I'm the most confident I've ever been in my body image and in my life. This is the work that I love and I've dedicated my life to. If you are in need of support, I'm here. There's a link below to connect with me directly so that I can support you into the confidence you finally deserve. Now let's get into the video. Number 1, stop making this mistake. People struggle with lifelong body image issues because they are focusing on the wrong approach to heal them. The biggest mistake people make is that they focus on obsessing over external changes. What do I mean by that? They focus on their diet, they focus on changing their exercise plan, they focus obsessively on losing weight and thinking that by doing those things, it's going to result in erasing these lifelong body image issues. The problem with this is that these are all external approaches. These are all things that focus on your appearance and external things. And body image struggles are an internal problem. So all of these interventions that focus on external things are not going to result in any long-term changes inside. You know what I mean? I bet you've gone to the lengths of changing your body, you've lost weight, you've seen physical changes to your body, you've changed your diet, you've probably hired a personal trainer and done all these kinds of things, and you were still left feeling these feelings of inadequacy and never enoughness about your body. Am I right? If so, give me a comment below. As someone who struggled with her body image for over 25 years, this was the first thing that I changed in order to really transform my relationship with my body. And this is exactly what I focus on with all of my clients. Until we do the internal work, we're never going to actually heal these lifelong body image issues. We will still keep going on this trajectory of constantly obsessing over changing our body and fixing different parts of us. And even when that weight loss happens or your body changes, your mind will find something else that it doesn't like about you because that's what it's been conditioned to do. So number 1 is we have to actually change our approach and start working on the inside versus the outside. Number 2, we got to focus on mastering our mind. Every single person that exists in this world has been conditioned to think negative thoughts about themselves. This goes well beyond just our body image. When we are raised and when we grow up, depending on our environment, our exposure to media and society and beauty standards, we acquire a lot of limiting beliefs and limiting thoughts about ourselves. We actually develop what's called a negativity bias. So we are basically conditioned to always fixate on what we don't like about ourselves. And conveniently, that obviously profits all kinds of huge industries and corporations because they feed off of and they profit off of your misery. So the more miserable you feel about yourself, the more you hate the way your body looks, the more you buy into these different products and things to try and fix it. But this goes back to the same problem. If you buy more things and, subject yourself to more of these, corporate schemes, you're not fixing the internal problem. You're still going to be left with that same lack of confidence and internal sense of self-worth. So knowing this is really important. You have to have the awareness that everyone has this part of us that's been conditioned to think negatively about the way we look. And when we can have awareness and understanding around that and compassion for that part of us, we can actually start doing the work of healing and retraining that part of us. Because here's the thing, we can't change our conditioning. We can't change the fact that this is what the world does and, the beauty standards are always unrealistic and ridiculous. And even though we've made a lot of progress, we can't change our conditioning. We don't actually have a ton of control over what everyone else does, but we can absolutely change our resilience to it. So simple practice that you can do is start to observe and listen to that part of you when you hear it say negative things. I want you to start using a simple language shift of a part of me is saying XYZ, whatever negative thing that you're hearing. Start training your brain to understand oh, that's that part of me. That's that part of me. I often suggest to people that they actually get a physical object and actually personify this little part. And for me, I like to use a troll, but you can choose whatever object works best for you. But I want you to start training yourself to say, a part of me is saying X, Y, Z. A part of me has these critical thoughts about my body. That's going to be instrumental in your healing. This is the part that I use. This is my little troll guy right there. So you can find yours. I promise you it's going to help so much. Number 3, we have to understand the role that stress, and specifically our nervous system, plays in our body image struggles. When we have stress, it doesn't have to be directly correlated to your body image, but when you have stress, you know, it could be you're a mother, you're very busy, you have a very stressful job, perhaps your relationship is struggling, whatever it is, any kind of stress is going to increase the intensity of negative thoughts and beliefs about your body image. And then that negativity triggers behaviors to go along with that. So you might notice that when you're feeling stressed or agitated, you hear those negative thoughts about your body image very loudly. And then as a result of those negative thoughts that make you feel really sad and upset about yourself, you then find yourself engaging in behaviors like overeating and perhaps binge and emotional eating, because food is then used to cope with that really painful emotional experience from those negative thoughts. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like a little cycle. Stress, increase of negative thoughts about my body. Now to cope with that negativity, I do a behavior that is usually not helpful for me. Oftentimes, if it's not revolving food, so emotional binge eating, something like that, people also engage in different habits. It could be drinking. It could be excessive shopping is a really common one, because we're not doing anything with that stress in a productive way. So our body is very intelligent. Our brain is going to look for some type of behavior to cope with that uncomfortable emotion so that you can kind of shove it down and numb it instead of actually dealing with it. And then the problem with this is that after we engage in that unhelpful behavior, bink, we're right back to feeling shitty again. And therefore we then go back into the same cycle. I'm stressed again, the negative thoughts, I behave in a way that isn't actually helpful. Now I feel bad again, which drives the stress. And now I'm in this repeated cycle. So really important that we actually use practices to support our nervous system and help to bring more capacity and regulation. Because if we're not actually processing this stress that is creating a lot of dysregulation, then we're just gonna get stuck in this round and roundabout situation. So I've linked a video here where I teach you all different types of practices to help clear stress and help regulate your nervous system that you can check out. And even doing one of those a day would be extremely helpful for you. Number 4, when we struggle with body image issues, we tend to hide and isolate a lot in our lives. The problem with this is that this isolation and shame, which is truly one of the lowest emotional experiences that we have as human beings, the more we isolate and the more we shut ourselves down at home and avoid experiencing life because of our body image struggles, the more energy we actually feed into these struggles and the more we contribute to the struggles. So one of the most empowering things you can do for yourself is to start in a very small and meaningful way, encouraging yourself to get out of the house, reach out to friends that you feel safe with, spend time even alone just in nature, and really taking yourself outside of your home environment where it's very easy to shut down, numb out, binge reality TV, and do a lot of things that are generally not very helpful for you. I know for me, I remember taking the first step of just going to sit by the ocean and to bring my journal, and I would just sit there with my dog in a beautiful spot in nature and just allow myself to feel whatever I was feeling. Even doing that small action by myself made a life-changing impact in my healing, in my relationship with my body image. So perhaps you don't live by an ocean, but you have a park nearby, or you have somewhere that you can drive to where perhaps if you're not comfortable being in your close-knit community, maybe that's triggering for you, you can take your car or take transit, go to a park or a place in nature somewhere more distant where you don't know anybody, if that makes you feel more safe, and start practicing these little wins of getting outside, being in nature, or reaching out to a friend that you feel safe with to start having fun and increasing your sense of safety inside. That is so huge. Really, really, really important, because these body image struggles tend to really take over our lives and imprison us. And in order to break free, we actually really have to start deciding to take those steps and to take our life back, which leads me into step number 5. Step 5 is going to have a little part A and part B. So number 1 with step 5, don't do this alone. So if you are someone who has been facing these struggles for a long time and you have told yourself, I can figure this out on my own, you know, there must be something wrong with me that I still have these struggles, please stop doing that. These body image struggles can be so imprisoning and so all-consuming in our life, and they are very complicated to heal alone. Please reach out to someone that you feel safe and comfortable with on this healing journey. Work with an expert who has a proven solution, a proven program and method to help you through this. Someone who has hopefully been through this journey themselves, so they really understand you. They haven't just read it in a textbook and anecdotally, and get the right support. This is going to be so empowering for you and the best investment you can ever make in yourself. I did so much alone and it really got me nowhere, and it just made me feel even more hopeless. There's a lot of stuff that we have to work through in our subconscious that we just simply can't do alone. So having the right practitioner on this journey and also a really supportive community is absolutely essential in your healing journey. There is nothing wrong with you that you're still struggling with this. Many people struggle with this for their entire lifetimes when they don't have the right support. So please, please, please invest in that for yourself. You will truly say that this is the best gift of your life, because you deserve living your life to the fullest and not wasting another day, another week, another month, another birthday saying, you know, here I am again, still experiencing these struggles. So if I happen to be that person for you that you want to learn more about working with, this is what I've devoted my life to. There's a link below directly to connect with me so that I can really guide you into the peace and freedom and confidence you deserve. Part B, 5B, is that I want you to really activate that inner rebel within yourself. When you can really tap into that part of you that says, I am so done with this. I am so done with being another part of this percentage of people who struggle with their body image. I am so done with being brainwashed by society to say that I have to feel less than. I have to continue feeling never enough. You have to be so done with this and decide to be a rebel and to take your life back. It does not serve you to be another one of the sheep in the crowd who are just going along with the suffering. It really takes you deciding to stand up and say, you know what? I'm so sick of my own stuff. I'm so sick of this struggling. I am so sick of feeling never enough. I'm so sick of feeling unworthy. I'm so sick of watching another birthday go by where I feel like this. I'm so sick of saying no to vacations. I'm so sick of having anxiety going to the beach. I am absolutely making this year the best year of my life, and I'm choosing to rebel against this, to take my life back, and to say no to the suffering. That is really what it takes. So I really want you to activate that within yourself. And again, it'll be the greatest gift you ever gave yourself. I hope this video was helpful. Please share in the comments below what your favorite tip was, what you're taking away, and I will see you again next week.